Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kenny, aka Mr. Eddington T, aka Senior Idiot, Mr. Idiot. Today's video, Apex Legends, BR gameplay, once again. I believe this is a victory. Running with my favorite class, as always, Bangalore. Try to get the guns I can. Weapon spawns are sparse. But before I get into that, I get into what is the theme of this video. We're gonna be talking about like what are my thoughts so far on Apex Legends. I play almost first-person shooters exclusively. I'll probably dabble in some Anthem. I'll probably dabble in some The Division 2. Sorry, I'm enjoying a nice Rhode Island made line cider, 7 stripes, New England double IPA right now, which is super delicious. But my thoughts on Apex Legends so far. I think it's so I'm sort of speechless because there's a lot of positives. So first and foremost, it is in and of itself a really, really good game. It is an incredible build, graphically, gameplay wise, mechanics, the teamwork, the heroes, the guns, and bullet point after bullet point after bullet point. My first thing is the geniusness behind of how Respawn did what they did. Respawn didn't say anything to anyone. And then all of a sudden you hear, Trout and Dr. Disrespect and Nacho to Nacho. I'm going to LA. I can't tell you what it's about. Sort of like sexy gamer ASMR. I'm going to LA, but I can't tell you about it, but eventually you'll hear about it. You know what I mean? As always, really what you would expect in this type of environment. And then, what it was like I don't know, tweets started coming out like Thursday or Friday, and all of a sudden, what it was like a Monday or Tuesday, I think it was like beginning of the week, freaking game drops. People talk about it, freaking game drops. A whole, fully built, fully thought out, not beta, not alpha, not some Steam early release garbage.
Up in the chimney.
A full-blown PR game drops to incredible fanfare. Honestly, incredible fanfare.
Give my shields a recharge.
And what else could we expect? To be honest, from the team that brought you Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, from the team that originally worked on the Modern Warfare series on the Call of Duty side. What more could you honestly expect? And it was, now a lot of the original, like if you talk to the big YouTubers or the big streamers, first week or so was sponsored, so that's what they were doing. That's what they had to do. I hate to say had, but obviously money was on the line.
Medkit here.
But you got to the point where a few weeks in, all those big YouTubers are still there. Ninja's playing it besides Fortnite, and Fortnite's what made them famous. I've never seen Ninja really touch like Blackout. Shroud still playing it. Dr. Disrespect still playing it. Matimio still playing it. Matimio switches between that
45 seconds.
and
close.
playing with X Factor, and Jack Frags. And it seems like a lot of people turned away from Blackout. Now,
3-0, rings close.
people are still playing Blackout. People are still playing Apex Legends. But like one of my favorite streamers, Sandy Ravage, plays with XCal a lot. But they play both. And the most recent Twitch Rivals tournament was Blackout and not Apex Legends. And Sandy Raven at XCal won, and that was really cool, really exciting. I watched all of it. Dr. Disrespect moved his red tournament, which was Blackout, moved it to Apex Legends, which is probably a money contract. This is like 20K. I mean, there's probably contracts behind the scenes when he became an Apex partner. That kind of entailed to him to move the Code Red contract over to there, which is fine. It's fine because Apex is a great game. I don't like the whole giving up on Blackout because I think Blackout has a lot of potential because of the team behind it. But I feel like Apex Legends had a running start, so to speak. They had a running start, and good for them because they deserve it because it is a phenomenal game. Now, let's think about the mechanics of the game. Movement, the jump ship, dropping, you name it, it's all fine. It's all great. It's some of the best mechanics we've had. Honestly, the movement mechanics, especially when you switch the field of view way out, it makes it way better. You got the sliding, the no fall damage, which I'm killed for in Blackout. I would kill for some no damage when I fall. Let's see what else. From a movement mechanic perspective, each individual character's movement. So, just as a disclaimer up front, I've used every character, I believe, except Gibraltar.
One sec.
So everybody's kind of on par. But then you have Bangalore's, the double time when she gets shot at. She's like way faster. You have Pathfinder's grappling hook swinging, kind of like Spider-Man, which is good. Wraith's void kind of travel works. It's good and it's fast when she goes for the rift. It's good and it's fast. Everybody else's speed is kind of inconsequential to the as a character. Best characters. I'm not gonna even. Matimio recently did a video where he did kind of like his normal ranking system, like an S-class rank, A, B, C. To just put a disclaimer out there, I've never played with Mirage and I've never played with Caustic, so this is gonna be removed from them because I haven't unlocked them yet. And I've also chosen to never play with Gibraltar based on the size of his character from a hitbox perspective. That is so good. If anybody's listening to this and is ever in Rhode Island, or if you're a local person who's listening to me, because that's where I'm from, Linesider Brewery, so good. So I've never played with Gibraltar because I got scared of his hitbox, and that's also the reason why I stopped playing with Pathfinder, because of his hitbox. So that's the problem when you make a hero shooter. And if everybody has the same amount of hit points, like, I don't know how, so this is going to be stupid when I say it out loud, so bear with me. I don't know how they balance it on Overwatch or other hero shooters when you have different characters with different hitboxes and different sizes. For instance, a Tracer and a Zarya, or a Mei and a Widowmaker, or a Junkrat and a Reinhardt. Those characters
Got the
have
positional
distinctly
advantage.
different
Shotgun ammo
body
here.
mass
Care package
properties.
touching down. They
They
usually carry
can't
rare
take the
platforms.
same amount of damage based on where they get hit. Also, you can't make a bigger character a complete bullet sponge because they're going to be hit more. It's just a very tricky peak. It's a very tricky mountain to travel, so to speak. But they do it because if that was the case, you had a Tracer go up against a Reinhardt without a shield. If they have the same amount of HP, the Tracer is going to ice Reinhardt, no problem. So, referring this over to Apex Legends, the problem is you have Wraith, small hitbox, fast. Bangalore, small hitbox, fast. Lifeline, small hitbox, fast. You have a Gibraltar. You have a Pathfinder. Large characters, large hitboxes. How do you compensate for that? Well, at the point is where it is at right now, is not compensated for in the least. They have the same HP. I mean HP. Sorry, excuse me. They have the same HP. This is probably going to be a really loud commentary because I've been really close to the mic this entire time. Fuck it. They have the same amount of They have the same amount of hit points, and if they have the same or similar armor on, it's the exact. But basically, my point is, if you're a Bangalore again going up against a Pathfinder. Pathfinder shoots first, you get double time, the Bangalore escapes, runs around, and ices the Pathfinder. Or even if they're in a straight on, who pulled the trigger first, we're talking no computer is involved with this. You have two humans. Now this can happen depending on but say we have two humans of the same skill level. One's a Pathfinder, one's a Bangalore. They meet head on. They both fire first while moving in ADS. Same skill gap, and guarantee you the Pathfinder goes on first or the Gibraltar. The smaller character with the smaller hitboxes, like any other game. The reason why, like if you go to Rainbow Six Siege, they say Ash has no hitbox. It's going to be more difficult to land more shots. So I don't know how you counteract that, because you can't change the character models, because then you look ridiculous, or you can't. But Gibraltar, instead of being a big Hawaiian guy, becomes like a weird, heavy-set midget, and Pathfinder goes from looking like Chappie to looking like one of the robots from Batteries Not Included, or some ridiculousness. So it really depends. So the biggest thing is they need to change. They can't change the hitboxes. That's not going to matter. If they change the hitboxes, it doesn't matter. You can't change the hitboxes, because when you're shooting at a character, and if you think you're hitting it because you're hitting the character model, but they've changed the hitboxes to be more in line with other characters, then you're shooting at air, basically. It's very, very, very deceptive. But if you change the HP that is had by those characters, or the amount of armor they're allowed to withhold, then it puts them in line. So say you have a Lifeline, 100 HP, stock, boom, with their hitbox. And you wanted to put that in line with a Pathfinder or Gibraltar with a larger hitbox, slower movement speed, or whatsoever. You give them 100 more XP, 50 more XP. You'd have to do the numbers. Either way, I think it's been discussed that there's a battle incoming, a balance incoming for that. So I'll move on. So I only have a few more minutes left of this video. Kind of went into it. My favorite operator is Bangalore. The best operators in the game, I think, Bangalore, Wraith, and Lifeline. Lifeline because she's almost needed. Care packages, especially with the ultimate accelerant, and the health drone. Bangalore because she can smoke things all the time, and her ultimate is okay. It's a good deterrent. Wraith is an interesting character. She's fast. She can go away for a little time. It's really dope. And then her ultimate is a good thing. You can almost set up traps with the rifts depending on how you set it up. Let's see. I like Pathfinder. I like him setting up the zip line. I mean, he's a helpful teammate. I like Bloodhound's probably the most helpful teammate. With his ping and his ultimate is pretty freaking dope. I need to use him more. I know that I don't because I'm so used to using Bangalore. But he's got a great ultimate and a great secondary. He's just too big of a character to use that. Sorry, thinking to myself. I know they have decent setups. I'm trying to think. So it's Lifeline, Bangalore, Wraith. Stick. I thought there was 8. I'm gonna kick myself for so long not knowing this. Let's move on. I think loot needs to be more abundant. I think ammo needs to be more abundant. I think weapons need to be more abundant. That is my biggest gripe with this. TTK is very inconsistent, but that has to do with the different armor levels. And it will eventually be way more inconsistent. People get used to it when they change the HP level based on character models. But they need just more loot. More loot. Just because, to be honest, there's so many times I just can't get anything for so long. It's not good. But the weapons, the R201 or whatever, best weapon in the game. Headlock is good. Launcher is good. Peacemaker, phenomenal. PC. I just wish there was more ways to get more better attachment, just more ammo, and the weapon I want. Really, it's good. It's real good. It's a great game, and they started out great. It's free to play with microtransactions. Who gives a fuck? Microtransactions are honestly the lifeblood of video games, and it's okay. I'm okay. This game, couple update, could be the best VR slot. This is Mr. Idiot, signing off. Thank you guys.
You are the Apex Champions.